All right, guys, I'm just going to mute everybody, and then we're going to get going. All right, so now this is part 2, guys. So in this part, what we're going to cover is a lot about how you can grow your business internationally. So I told you earlier on part 1, how I was able to grow my business to a couple hundred in person, not using social media, starting out using my warm market, the people that I was brand new to, right? Because I was brand new in network marketing, worked really well. But what happened was, after these past 4 years of me being in network marketing, I've had businesses fail. A lot of businesses do. It's a sad part about industry, you just got to learn. Sometimes they have their times and go. And that meant my warm market dried up. I was unable to do businesses with my warm market. So what I had to do was, luckily, we have this beautiful thing called online, or else I was doomed. I wouldn't have been able to succeed in business at all. But I was able to build my business from zero again, not just to 200, but to 20,000 using online. And you must use online if you ever want to hit those ranks. And it's just a key. So people wonder, how did, me, a kid that lived in a town of 15,000 people, right? I went from warm market to being able to build max a team of 200 to losing it all to building a team of 20,000. How does that work? So number one thing that I've learned is social media is so beautiful. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what age you are, what country you're in. That's the beauty of it. It is global. So what I realized, I had to do a few steps on social media that made my business successful. First, motivation, because without having friends personally around you doing the same thing, you can get very discouraged. So one of the biggest things I did is I followed all the top people in my company. They always post motivational stuff. That's usually what you do when you personally develop and learn things, and you become more inspirational too. So they always kept me going when I was having rough times online. So first, that was my step. I literally followed like 10, 20, even if they weren't on my team, right? On the CPSG main page, follow all the founders, the ones at least that are inspiring. I know some of them some might be more controversial. Just follow the ones that resonate with you. But you want to follow people that can motivate you. That's the biggest reason. So that was first step 1, following that. Step 2 is I realized that there's a formula to how to make money online with Instagram and Facebook and networking, real networking through those. So let me explain that. So number 1, I'll explain the method to Facebook, and then the method to Instagram, and then the method to influencers. Because you'll have to be an influencer to get influencers most of the time. So first thing, if I wanted to build my business, is I would first fill up my Facebook. So when I got Facebook, I realized this is going to be my marketing Facebook. Create a second one if you don't want to invade your own private life. I understand. Make a second. You need to have it there. On that, the beauty of Facebook is you can have up to 5,000 friends seeing your stuff at once. You know how much it costs to get 5,000 people to see your stuff day in and day out? A lot of money if you're a business. So what I started doing is I started searching on the Facebook search bar, right? I would start looking for people in here on the search that would fit my criteria. So like, let's say people who follow so Gary Vaynerchuk, right? I could literally click on him. Okay. Now, of course, if you're watching Gary Vee, you're probably entrepreneurial in some way, shape, or form, right? You have an entrepreneurial bone somewhere in your body. I would go onto these comments, find people, add them as a friend. Like the comment so they know that you came from an entrepreneurial thing. Like the comment, add them as a friend. Look, he even said Italy here, right? So again, find people, add them as a friend, like stuff about them. Fill up your your Facebook, your marketing Facebook with 5,000 entrepreneurial-minded people. Oh, look at this. One of them already accepted my friend request. That was pretty quick. Then here on Messenger, right, automatically lets you know you can message them and say like, hey, like what? It's as simple as this. Post. There you go. Something as simple as that, right? I connected, I reached out, that's it. One of the biggest things that I do then is, as you notice, Facebook, when people will scroll through your Facebook and notice things, it is your resume nowadays. This is your influence resume. So whatever you're doing, you want to be constantly branding a good you. You want to be the best you for people, just like you want to be in front of your kids, in front of your grandparents, right? In front of the person that you love. Be the best you on social media too. So that's one of the key things I found is I would not post about silly things like game requests or controversial politics. I would stick away from controversy and lame and boring and focus on inspirational, entrepreneurial, motivational, or something that is catchy lifestyle. And lifestyle could be anything. Like, again, it doesn't need to be you sitting with a Lambo because I don't like doing that. It could be you sitting on your porch, enjoying a cup of coffee. Literally, time, freedom, enjoying, peace and quiet, but showing, it's all about lifestyle. It's all about showing you happy. Like, again, one of the things I love is, Mandy, I noticed that you're posting a lot, especially with the pool that you have in your backyard. Kind of easy not to, right? But doing things like that and showing your enjoyment, doing things like that, and if you post a picture of yourself enjoying life, you being happy with a post, it doesn't even have to be about the pool. It can be inspirational, it can be about your business, anything. But a picture of you being happy plus whatever status update you're doing will increase your engagement. Just having a picture of you being happy, showing the positiveness, right? Be business or not, you in front of a computer if you want, or just you enjoying it. Some people even just share, like them sitting on a couch, just like anything if you see. It's just about getting your face engaged and getting your posts and what you're writing, people basically putting a personality and a face together. They're going to read your posts, inspiring, seeing how smiling you are, and it's almost like they could like see you in their head smiling and talking it back to them. And they're like, that's someone I want to be around. That's someone I'd enjoy being at their barbecue, right? That's someone that I could be to business with, right? That's the thing. You want to be someone that's likable, but not likable on a low scale, likable for the good reasons, right? That's what you want to be. You want to be liked and respected. That's a big word that people forget, respected. And that's what that builds. So building it when it shows your posts aren't, they're showing education or sharpness or motivation, right? That builds respect for people. That's what it's all about. Also, when you engage with people that are entrepreneurial and you're posting that, you're probably going to get a lot of interactions on that Facebook because the people that you've added like that stuff already, right? You're not pushing your business down their throat or anything like that, right? You're sharing things that make sense, and they're going to be like, who is this person, right? That's really what it is. Now, what you do is once you do that for a few weeks or a bit, you're going to notice the same people liking you. You're going to find out from whatever Facebook formula works, who are the people that are engaging with you the most, right? From there, you'll be able to reach out to them and just, they've been liking your stuff a lot. Reach out to them even more, right? You don't need to have a conversation every day. Be like, hey, I've noticed you've been liking a lot of my stuff, right? And usually what I do is after a while of noticing that same person, put a right hook out about business, right? You can put out something like, wow, our trading session today was so good, right? So glad it did so well, or whatever. I'm so glad I finished the boot camp, or a lot of people are having success in our boot camp, whatever it is, right? Promote some of your business, not every day, once every 5 or 10 posts. Not that often, but when you do, see who likes it, see who engages, and reach out to them. If someone likes that post, you should reach out and be like, hey, I saw you like my post about it. Tell me, do you know about Forex? Have you find out about them. Don't pitch yet, but find out about them. Usually I'd say things like, hey, I saw you like the post. Have you been looking into Forex yourself as well? Or have you been trading Forex yourself? Like, are you a Forex trader already? Find out about them. Get to know their story. They might be like, oh, no, never heard of it actually. What is it, right? Or never heard of it actually. That's it. They might not even be like, be proddy, but then you can say, oh, you never heard of it. Then pitch it to them, share it with them, be like, I'll share with you some stuff about it. It's something that everybody should learn, right? You want to not pitch what it is, but pitch why, right? Someone used to tell me, don't sell the product, sell the problem it solves, right? Everybody wants to learn how to make money into money. Everyone would love to make money from their smartphone. Everyone would love to turn a little bit of extra cash they have in the bank account into percentage growth a month, right? That's an obvious fact for everyone. So do things that would make sense for that. So that would be my first pitch, right? What I've just shown you is attraction marketing. You've started from scratch. You build a list of 5,000 new people, right? You find out who's engaging. You reach out to them. You reach out to them once you've made a post that they're already engaging on your normal stuff. They're biting your normal bait. Post something that's actually about your business so that you're reaching out to them about the post and not randomly about Forex, right? You're not wrong to reach out to them if they've liked a post about your business and you talking about how people should reach out to you about Forex or anything like that, right? So that's your engagement. So do that, and I guarantee from there you're going to have people that are willing to go and follow the PS3 method. Watch a video, right? You've piqued their interest from reaching out to them and talking about it. Share them a video, get them on a 3-way call, right? That's a PS3 that I teach in the back office. You find out someone's interested, they've been following you, they like your stuff, they like who you are, you shared something about your business, they've engaged and shown that they like that, so you reach out to them privately in a message. You basically do the pitch in a soft pitch, but first talk about them, find out why they reached out and liked it, what about them, find out if they're interested, do it with the PS3 method, share the video, get them on a call, close it. You see, what you're going to learn is from that 5,000 friend list, like I said, you're going to find out who's constantly engaging. Then you can do Facebook cleanses. Basically, delete the people, use programs or manually who are never engaging. You could do that by saying, hey, I'm deleting everyone who doesn't like the status, so I know who's active on my Facebook. Most people will that are active. You can delete the inactives and find new people. Always be at 5,000 fresh people. Every month or 2 weeks, delete the nobodies that aren't engaging, aren't caring, right? Doing that, what you're going to do is build your business not locally, but internationally. You're going to start planting roots everywhere. And if people are as serious as you, right, they're going to be brand new, so they have a warm market to build a community, right? You're going to start all these nice warm market pockets that are deep, ingrained, caring, right, are personal with each other. You can then fly out there and help that team build, right? You can teach that team that's already local and close and build personally how to build internationally so they can do the same thing. You see, that's the effect that you really want to have. Get people internationally, but start them the same way that I just started you guys. Start from home if you haven't. Build the home force, then build online. Teach them how to build the home force. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Okay? This is going to be a long grind, but doing this is how you can get business internationally, how you get your name out there, how you build influence, right? Once you can say your team is in multiple countries, multiple states, you have a team that's growing, right? You have multiple leaders making rank. That's what matters. Now you're an influencer. You're a leader. You can prove it with backing, right? People will vouch for you, and that's what I always tell people about marketing versus branding. Influencers are branding. Marketing is when you have to tell people what you are. Branding is when people have heard who you are from others, right? When you have influence, is because other people can vouch for you. You don't have to vouch for yourself anymore. So once you get to that level, one of the biggest successes, you're going to be successful that way, but what had helped skyrocket success is, I know for a fact there are thousands of six-figure earners in all these businesses. Some of them, and like I've told you before, many businesses fail. It's just the name of the game. They aren't bad people for their business failing. What do you think happens to all these top earners and businesses and teams when companies fail? What happens to them? They don't just disappear. Like I said, if they were trained properly, people like you wouldn't quit on your goal just because a company shuts down. Do you think I would be quitting on my goal just because a company shuts down? No, we're going to find a different way. You find a different way to compete the same goal. So if someone's business failed, they're going to be only reaching out to other influencers, other people they respect and feel like can help them and make them money again, or make them money in general because you've helped other people make money. And they're going to do it to people that they like and that they've built an interaction with. So what I used to do as well is while I'm building my business, you are not going to pitch, but as you build your rank, start finding people that are making or that you know is around the same influence as you in other businesses, other companies, and make genuine friendships with them. That's it. That's all you need to do. Is one of the biggest secrets to it. Find influencers, top earners, not top of the company. I mean, if they're making $1,000 a month and you're making 1,000, cool. You're on the same level. You can relate. Just be friends with each other. Never pitch. Be their network marketing buddy in a different company. People say, oh, cross lines can be friends. You can be friends with people in different legs of the business. You can do the same thing with different companies. I can promise you that, and it's the smartest thing to do. So you start making friends, and as you start leveling up, you start making more friends, becoming friends with their mentors, back and forth. Be the person from a different company, the only person or the number one person that they like from another company. Because you've never pitched them, you've never cross-recruited, you help them out when you can, you're just a genuine friend. When you make 100 of those people, out of those 100, I can almost promise you, if they're in different companies, let's say, right? Out of those 100 friends you just made, in the next 2 or 3 years, 50% of them will be in a new home eventually. They will be. Who you are friends with and how you do it will determine what kind of earners you don't have to build that are pre-built are going to join your business. And people always wonder, how did this guy get this top earner to join his business? How did this guy join his business, right? When you do anything like that, how did I get Patrick to join CPSG? People might wonder, why, right? I know him personally. I've gone out for wings with him. I've built a genuine friendship. I didn't think of him as a money sign. We were genuine friendship and Forex buddies way before this. And that's why when this came up, it was like, hey, we're both not in a company, right? I'm not cross-recruiting you from anything. It's the right fit, right? That's how Jesse got me. I wasn't in a company. Jesse and me have been together known each other for years. He's never pitched me his business, never tried to get me until he knew I was out of a business. Then he's like, hey, I know you're a grinder. I know you're not out of business because you want to be. Let me help you. I didn't want to do it when you're in a business. I respected it. But now that you're out, this is a time that me and you can work together as friends. Imagine what we could do together. Look what you've done all by yourself. Look what I've done all by myself. Imagine what we can do together, right? That's your time to strike. That's when you can all of a sudden do it. That's when you're going to make your business from 5,000 to 20,000 overnight. And it happens. It's going to happen to somebody because like I tell someone, when those businesses crumble, they have to join somebody in some business, right? The immoral people will take deals, right? They'll sign contracts to do something, but the genuine people will join the genuine people that they respect and think can help them reach that rank or higher they were in. So that's why you have to already be an influencer, right? That's why when I've seen people that have just joined the business, like, well, I've reached out to a bunch of top people and none of them are joining my business, even though their business crumbled. It's like, because they have probably someone above you that they made that tried to make a better friendship with them and did it the right way, right? Networking does take time. I'm not saying it's an overnight process. But again, like if I told you in 4 years you could be making 20 grand a month, would you be willing to do it? I don't care if you have a job or a family or anything. Would you be willing to go to university again if you know you were guaranteed $20,000 a month after university? Probably, right? Who wouldn't? That's what I'm saying. That's what kind of process this takes. I give it 4 years. If it happens earlier, congratulations, right? But give it 4 years doing it right. And that way you'll know. And building the leaders. One of the top recruiters I'm actually going to show you right here, and this is a funny fact. If you want to know a good group to join, if you want to, and again, this is recorded, so share this with all your team. The game of networking. This group has, Rob Sperry created, as you can see, has 105,000 likes on his personal page. This group has, I don't know how many members, 29,000 members. It's basically people from any network marketing company just to share leadership and just be friends. He literally made this group for leaders. You don't have to be a top earner, but if you consider yourself a leader in network marketing, building a team business, and want to be, just to join and make friends. What he did is he made a massive group of friends. He's now the top earner in one of the top recruiters, and one of the top earners, not the top earner, but one of the top earners and the #1 recruiter in one of the top 5 network marketing companies in the world. Did it all through social media. Literally, that's crazy. And what did he do? He does a group, but join groups where you could already meet seasoned veterans and get to meet them, share their story, talk about them. Because again, you won't be able to recruit them until their business or income is failing. But if you're their friend, you'll know when, right? If you really pay attention to them. So as you can see, this is one of my secret sauces to how you grow it. When I was able to grow from my team from making 4,000 or 5,000 to 20,000 in a few months, it was because I built over those first few years relationships with other leaders. And then it was actually one of the business I was in that failed, cross lines that I was friends with. Because again, I tell you, make friends with everyone. It was friends that were in the same business, that it all crashed on all of us, and we all were friends. So we're like, what should we do? Let's do something together. Let's be a monstrosity, right? And boom. And then other leaders from other companies saw that we were working together and something was happening with them, whatever it is, right? We just told them, hey, we're starting a new group. Like a lot of us leaders are getting together and rejoining and basically we're going to be running it together. Tell me if you're interested or not, right? Like none of us have worked together before. So it's going to be something new and fresh. Let's do this. That's what we did. And that's where we were able to gather this massive momentum just out of nowhere, was because it was around that. So doing that, the time will be right when it's ready, right? It's not about being a shark. It's about being a friend. No one will join the shark. They'll only join the friend that's respectful. So these are the secrets that I do. Now, like I shared with you how I did Facebook. I shared with you how I brought in top 6-figure earners and stuff like that. But let's talk about Instagram. So Instagram is another beautiful method because you can get people from all across the world at different times in life. You're going to have different people like your posts, not just your followers, right? But Instagram is super important to start. So what Instagram, just like Facebook, as you can see on mine, it's about sharing the best of yourself, right? Sharing things that are visually appealing, that basically are, it sounds bad, but leadership are high end, right? If you really think about it, right, you have to post things that are interesting, model-esque. You don't have to be a model. I'm not a model, right? Just post things that are cool, that are catchy. It could be quotes, be pictures of nature, of yourself, of the charts. But what I did is I found out that with Instagram, I could connect with people and build an influence, a persona. So I am Daniel Westby, but whoever I am on Instagram can be whoever I want it to be. That's how musicians get out so much, or how Kylie Jenner has so many Instagram followers, because they don't have to see her going to school and all the boring stuff. They only see what she wants to see, the influencer stuff of her, right? The celebrity stuff. This is where you can create and mold yourself as a celebrity. It's not for everyone, but I realized by creating your profile and making yourself your own celebrity and your own beliefs, right? Only be who you want to be on social media, right? But I did it around something that I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a leader. I want to be a leader. I want to be an influencer. I want to be a networker, a trader. So I'm going to focus on building myself as that and sharing those milestones on social media, on Instagram. So what I do is with those posts, people that follow my posts, obviously they're not going to be kids. They're not going to be people that are lazy or people like that. They're going to be people that are motivated. My profile is designed to inspire and motivate and do things where it's showing more high quality, right? The more quality you put in things, the higher quality you put into people. Blurry pictures provide blurry people, right? Sharp pictures bring you sharp people. So when I started doing that, I started getting followers, as you can see. The more followers I got, the bigger of an influencer I got, the more likes I got, the more people respected me. All of a sudden, I would be able to reach out to someone and say, hey, reach out to me, and they would. And I'd say like, hey, I've been looking at your profile. You seem really cool. Like, I wonder if you're interested in learning business or partnering with me in business. They see my profile and they're like, wow, I would want to partner with him in business, right? What would not Donald Trump, that's a bad example for some people now in the States. But let's just say if Elon Musk reached out and said, hey, I would want to do business with you. Let's have a chat. Would you decline? Probably not, right? Or any successful business person, right? Even someone that just pulled out of a Lambo and was drinking Starbucks and walked up to you in Starbucks and said, hey, I saw you sitting there chatting. You seem like a really sharp person for everything I've seen. Let's have another coffee and talk business. You'd probably listen. That's what this profile does for you. This builds your first impression, and people can scroll through your profile and see your first impression is real, right? When you see someone get out of a Lamborghini, that solidifies that they're successful for your first impression, right? That's the proof you need. If someone just walked up to you and said, hey, I saw you're talking, like, let's talk business, you wouldn't know if they're credible, so you don't know if you should trust that. So you want to build trust. Profile is trust, right? That's what this is. So with Instagram, I started building and posting stuff, and as I started getting followers, I started reaching out to people that followed me and liked my stuff, and basically would also reach out to people based off of their posts that were trading oriented or motivational, and basically said, hey, reach out to me, I need to chat. I want to talk to you about something. Whenever they did, I'd pitch them about the business. Or Forex, the same way that I'd say with anything, right? I'd do the PS3 method, peak interest, share video, three-way call. But using this, I'd be able to get strangers to reach out to me, and after I said, hey, I've got something I want to talk to you about, right? When they'd reach out, I'd be like, you look like you know a lot about investing and trading, or like that you'd be good at it, and find out if they do or not. Sometimes they'd be like, hey, have you like been into trading before? I want to ask you if you've ever been in trading. No, I have no clue how to do it. Oh, really? You'd seem like from your posts you'd be really good at it. Have you ever looked into learning? Not really. Really, you should look into learning, right? Even though they've been negative, I always go positive back. You should look into learning. Like, have you never heard of CPSG, like one of the best places to learn about trading? I've been learning myself and like really helping me out. You should check it out. It's $1, right? That's one of the selling points we have. It's $1. Give it a try, right? But with this, I'd get a lot of no's. But again, if you can get 20 people to message you a day and you can close 5% of them, that's only one person a day. How many people will you have in a month? That's pretty good. That's, again, being at a 1/20th close rate. That's like, again, not the best, but that's pretty good. The fact that you can do it, and that's what I've learned, is you don't have to get everyone. If someone doesn't like you or agree, who cares? It's on freaking Instagram. You know how many people are on Instagram? You're probably never going to hear from them again or see from them again. It's not going to be embarrassing, right? No sweat off your back for doing that. So what I started using is automation, and I'll share with you guys the one that I use right now, right? I use automation software. Different ones have came and gone throughout the years. This is one that I use currently. That for Instagram, I can like posts, I can comment on posts without me having to do the work. So if you're working a job, work another business, anything, have a family, I get it. You, especially working Facebook, you're probably not going to have time to do Instagram, like people's posts, and do all this stuff at once, because that's going to be a lot of hours, right? I like to simplify things. Facebook, you can't automate without being as simple. Instagram, you can. So I automate my Instagram with this software to auto-like people. So let me show you this. For my profile, see people that hashtag Forex in their picture, or Forex trading, or crypto, or networking, or grind, or MLM, or Grant Cardone, or Gary Vee quotes, or anything like that, or even, teams that I know from other companies. If they hashtag that, I make it so my profile automatically likes their stuff. I even have it so you can do comments, so it'll comment on their stuff too. You could be like, hey, nice profile. Or like I said, you could say, hey, reach out to me. I got to talk to you about something on their comments. Very, very good. But by doing that, if you like someone's post, they're more likely to say, hey, who liked my post? And they're going to check out your post. You might have a new follower that way, right? So I'd get a bunch of new followers by liking posts with my software. I have my software comment very small things, but a lot of different comments. So it's not obviously repetitive or robotic, but a bunch of different comments across these same posts, so that I could get people to message me, right? A lot of them would be like, hey, I really like your profile. You should reach out to me. I got something to talk to you about. Or just simply reach out to me. I got something to talk to you about. Or hey, message me if you're interested in business. Or hey, message me if you're interested in trading, right? I do like SEO. If you guys know what search engine optimization is, it's like, just like what I did here. Instead of just doing Forex, I did 30 things that were similar to Forex or entrepreneurship, so I get more likely of the person that I'm looking for. Same thing with comments. A bunch of comments that aren't robotic. So like I said, hey, you should reach out to me if you're interested in trading. You should reach out to me if you're interested in Forex. Hey, if you've never heard of Forex, you should reach out to me. Hey, you should reach out to me if you've ever interested in business. All of that stuff. But by doing that with this software, I was then be able to get a lot, like literally when I started business, I was working my 8-hour-a-day job, get home from work, and I already have 20 messages in my inbox, people being like, hey, what's this Forex thing you wanted me to talk to you about? Would you want to talk to me about trading? Already had 20 conversations ready to start. And then I just have fun, message them back, right? Add the 20, one would sign up. Awesome. Connect with them, get them started in the group, teach them everything I am about business, get them connected to an upline, right? I'd always get them on a 3-way call with some successful, so it opens their mind to realize, holy shit, this is literally a business that right now people that take it seriously are going to make $100,000 a month, but even people that don't want to be, superstars are still going to make $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Hundreds that no one will ever know their name. They're never going to be on the spotlight, but they make 15 grand a month because of this business, and they're going to love life. That you want to open people's eyes to that, because that's the truth. Not everyone's going to make 100 grand a month. Don't expect that. 2 or 3 people will, sure. But for those 2 or 3 people to make that, there has to be literally hundreds making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month. So that's what you want to really open people's eyes up to. So by using this software, and if you guys want this software, message me on Facebook or anything like that. I'll give you guys it. It's like $17 US a month, literally dirt cheap. And you can automate Instagram. So again, you don't even need to promote. Like, I know some people, I've had people in the business that are like, you know what, I'm older, it's not going to work for me. You can build your profile. No one needs to care or know who you are. You can call yourself Forex mom or Forex lady or anything like that, right? Never worry. Like, there's one gentleman that looks like Santa Claus on our team, right? Forex Santa. Doesn't have to promote how he's old and how he's not tech savvy. Build the persona on Instagram, the caricature, right? The image you want that's only your Instagram image, right? All it is for your branding for your business. It's your brand, right? Love it, live it, right? I did self-made for mine because I love the idea that without a college degree, without any family inheritance, people could literally make $20,000 a month doing what I'm doing. They don't have to, again, that's why I created the self-made brand, to teach people that if you follow me, just like me, you don't need to have any silver spoon in your mouth. The businesses that I do are things that anybody could do from the ground up. Anybody could. From anywhere across the world. I make sure I do businesses that are super accessible, non like gender specific or country specific or anything like that. That's why I built the brand, and it built that image for me where people realize like that's what I stood for. And that's how I made myself, and that's where it was. So always build it. I had one friend, he's doing free from 9 to 5. We had one doing dadpreneur. One was doing the antisocial entrepreneur. Everyone has their own brand. Find yours, own it, build it, and brand it. Because again, that brand will live forever. You can do so much more with that brand, right? So much more than just Forex. Believe me, once you build that brand, it'll become so much for you. So that's the secret. That's how you make a lot of money. You can do it from home events and doing that to 200. Again, that's how network marketing was designed. I hope you guys are aware. Network marketing was designed for max a team of 200 for doing it the old school way, right? Because there was no internet. It was literally impossible for you to have teams across other countries unless you started the company and like were mailing out letters and crazy stuff like that. So do the team of 200. Show people how it's done, because that's where the bread and butter of people know. They might be too shy to be an influencer or anything like that. They just want that at-home vibes, right? They don't want to be online or do that extra work. Cool. Learn that. Build it yourself, because until you learn it, you can't teach it. Then build your influence online. Build your persona. Constantly filter on Facebook so you will have fresh people to talk to, and so you will realize you don't have to pitch friends anymore. You can go through Facebook and literally with 5,000 friends and literally realizing doing that post once a week and seeing how many people like it, you're going to have 20, 30 people to talk to. And again, other people are just going to message you out of nowhere. Hey, what do you do? Right? And as you build friendships with people, that's one of the things you do. You ask someone, hey, what do you do? You talk all about them first. That's one of the things you're going to learn in GoPro. Talk about someone. Let them talk about themselves. Let them drain themselves of everything you can talk about. And then they have to ask about you and listen. And then you have a reason to talk about your business because they asked. Right? Pretty cool. So that's the way I did things with businesses. So do that, talk with people, build friends, and then build your influence. And then while you're building your influence on Facebook, build it on Instagram, right? 2 different influences. Really awesome because one's automated. Build them, build friendships with influencers as well as other people. Get rid of the people that aren't interested in your life or your business or just don't interact, because why are they on your Facebook if they don't interact? Get rid of them, refresh it. And I can promise you, doing this for 90 days, I will be so surprised if you're not making $600 a month in this business after 90 days, which is just 12 people. This formula should be able to get you, again, after about 30 days of learning it, your next 60 days should be about a person a day recruiting. And again, if you get better, it could be 4 or 5 people. Like I was saying, you'll learn that snowball effect where, like, again, you recruited 1 person a day, and then you brought in someone, but he brought in someone, and then those 2 people brought in 4 people, and you're doing a call for all those, and they become 20 and 40, and you're like, oh my goodness, my business is growing like wildfire, right? That's how it works. So these are the little secrets and tips that I've used that have built mine, and that's all I've done. Like, again, sounds almost too simple, but who does it? Who has honestly can commit and say they've been doing this for 90 days? That's what it takes. It's a simple formula, which is why people can do it in any business. As you can see, this formula is not business specific. It is not at all specific of age or anything. I've seen friends of mine that, you know, I've seen straight people, gay people, I've seen married people, single people, I've seen young people, old people, I've seen foreign people, domestic people, I've seen people international, non-international, I've seen ex-drug addicts to ex-politicians. You, across the whole spectrum, become successful in network marketing using this type of system. Not this exact system, but using this type of system. Because how I got this system was from learning from all the people that were successful and that I was mentored by, and basically connecting the dots that were similar. These were the similarities that all of them had. Every person that's successful in any network marketing business that's making $30,000 a month plus was doing one of these things, or all of them most likely, to get to where they are. Like I showed you, that Rob Sperry, right? His Facebook page has 105,000 likes. Clearly, he is building his influence, right? Clearly, that was growing while his recruiting was growing. It didn't. Neither of them just popped up out of blue. They grew together and then eventually got better and better. So those are the little secrets to the learning for everything about network marketing that I do. That's how I can keep a life, do business, and realistically build a crazy business at the same time of having a life. Is I have my system and I stick to it. If you want to learn, if you want to work with me, I highly suggest adopting my system, because I work best with people doing the same system as me. Because I'm not a network marketer. Like I said, I just know what works and I do what works, right? If you guys ever see me run, my legs kick out everywhere like happy feet, but I run really fast. People could try to teach me how to run properly, but I just know what works and I do what works, right? And if you can do what I could do, which is very simple, again, these steps are very simple, then you can be successful in this business to any degree. The degree that you want to be successful in is whenever you decide to put your foot off the gas pedal. That'll be where you'll probably stagnate for your income. But that's it, guys. So if you want this, reach out to me. We'll get more connected. We'll be doing the calls and the business meetings together and the PS3 together. But absolutely, this is everything you need to know about network marketing and getting successful.